we are pretty firm believers in practicing together as a group, writing together as a group, when now a lot of the writing processes for other bands are like online, and like you'll write something and record it and send it to the other band members and work from there. But pretty much all of our music has been written together as a group in one room.
Yeah, I think the really cool thing about that is like it allows you, like as a band, to kind of learn like the strengths and weaknesses of each other. So I know in bands I was in previously, whether it was me or somebody else, there's usually like one sole writer, and that person would sort of be like, all right, here's your song, slap it down, maybe put your part in if there's room for it, otherwise like just learn it as is and play it. But the nice thing about this is like when you hash out a song together, there's like a bonding that happens, and then anytime that we're playing live, like we sort of know the strengths and weaknesses of each person. So, you know, for example, like if Aiden is playing a solo, or if our other guitarist is playing a solo, like we know their styles a lot better than if they were to just present songs to us. So from a rhythm section standpoint, like we're able to like change the way that we play behind them to sort of supplement the music and maybe fill in the holes that they have or things like that. So like I know when Nick plays, he's super tasty and really shreddy, but so usually we spice up like the backing track behind him, just to make the music more interesting.
Everyone has like their boundaries for what they should and shouldn't do, and like no one tries to impede on each other. Like when we write down, we'll sit down and write, and I'm not going to go back behind the drum set and tell Ryan what to do.
Right.
I'm not going to tell Kyle what to do or what to write, and we kind of respect each other's boundaries, but we work together. And if there's a problem ever, we'll say, hey, there's something going on with this part of the song, let's run through it a couple times and see if there's some other solutions to make it sound better. Right?
Yeah. I know like there was one song where like I thought I heard something that sounded off, so I was like, wait, like can we stop and just like play that over? And I just had the guitars play, and I was like, some note doesn't sound right here. It turns out like he was playing like a minor seventh, and like our other guitarist was playing a major seventh, so just that like little bit of dissonance, right. Like you might not notice it, but when you actually like listen for it, you sort of hear that. You go like, oh, maybe that's why the audience is sort of jutting back at that part of the song. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really important. Mm-hmm. What do you have to say about it, Kyle?
Well, do you want to talk about the newer song? How that kind of happened? Because that's kind of
that's a really like, big project we've kind of put together.
Yeah, in the fashion of classic progressive bands, we like to write. We aspire to write like epic tracks, which are like over 10 minutes or however you want to say.
Some Asimov tracks.
Yeah. So like bands like Rush with 2112,
right.
Or Yes with Close to the Edge, or things like that, or Pink Floyd. I was actually coincidentally inspired by this book series about the story about this song, which is, like I said, the cycles. So we planned it out, and it wasn't going to follow the basic structure of a song like the chorus verse chorus chorus. It was we wanted it to be like the what is it called?
A big cycle. I mean,
it's like a big circle, but it's like the like a storytelling pyramid. There's like events that lead up, and then there's like a sudden downfall. Because in the song, it's all about how things are going great, but suddenly things go very bad very fast, and then it builds up again towards the end. So the song is like based in like this rising and sudden fall and rising and sudden fall. And what we did was, when we first started writing, we were taking a break, and this was like late at night. So we went to Perkins because they were open.
Of course.
And we brought a notebook.
Great things happen at Perkins.
Yes. True. Great things and great food.
I don't know
And-
about great.
That's an opinionated
Yeah,
question.
that's a loaded question.
But what we did was we just brought a notebook and a pen and just wrote out like what is going to happen here and what's going to happen there, and we didn't like let that like lock us into what we were going to write, but it gave us like a guideline of kind of what we wanted to happen and what feel we wanted.
It was really nerdy. It was
Yeah.
Oh,
super nerdy.
It was
There
very
was like
nerdy.
5 guys like sitting at a table at Perkins at 2 a.m. talking about music.
Yeah.
Oh.
And science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how society is falling apart. And it's going to rebuild and come back around. And
Yeah.
we're going to go prehistoric. And I don't know. It's everywhere.
Super nerdy.
Yeah.
Super nerdy.
Yeah.
And when we played that, we actually got to play that song for the first time this past Thursday.
Yeah.
At a Star Wars themed show, which was even nerdier. Like,
Yeah.
like we said,
It came full circle,
There was
it
there,
sounds
it
like.
did come full circle. There was a mellow part, and we were playing the mellow part. And we looked out into the crowd, and they had, instead of lighting up lighters, they were lighting up their lightsabers. And it was
waving
like the
back and
nerdiest
forth.
moment of my life.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
But I think that's what's kind of cool about us is that even going into that show that we just played a few days ago, like we'd never played this song live before.
Right.
But it had been a song that we'd worked so hard on and we were so proud of that, I mean, there's a level of pleasing the crowd that has to happen. You know, the whole point of the music is to express and, to sort of connect everybody. And so there has to be that level of it. But we went into that show like, I remember looking at Aiden before we started playing. I'm like crouching through my drums. I was like, they're not gonna like this. I don't care because we're so proud of it. And I mean, luckily the reaction was super great. What's cool about this is we don't write for anyone other than ourselves. You know, and
We ready to get our own emotions and energy out, and we all connect and see eye to eye on a lot of stuff musically.
That's
So
good.
it just is like kind of a energy release for us. to
I
play this
think
stuff.
people see that too.
Mhm.
I think they latch onto that, like the
Yeah.
purity and the integrity of it.
And like from a writer's standpoint, like it's important to kind of create art that you yourself would
Yeah.
appreciate. And I think that plays into most forms of art, like writing physical art, music.
Except with music, you just got to play it
Right.
hundreds of times after that, so you really got to like it.
Yeah. You write a song that you hate and it becomes your most popular song,
Yeah.
and you have to play it every week.
It smells like Teen Spirit. So we don't want that.
So we always want to write songs that we like, and if people happen to like them, then that's great. But it's really just kind of a thing. 5 guys that really enjoy music and really just want to express themselves.
Is there anything else you guys want to add for the audiences at home?
You can see this song live at Toxic Prom.
Awesome. Okay, there you go. Good.
You'll also see the rest of the band.
Yeah.
our bass player and lead guitarist can't be
The
here
song is
today.
called Amygdala, which is nerdy enough too.
That's the only name I think.
But you'll know it when you're sitting there like, when is this gonna end?
Are they done yet?
Is this the end of the song? Oh nope, they started it again.
Well, be sure to catch Jivan and Amygdala at Toxic Prom coming up at Basement Transmissions.